Now on CoastTv News.
Medical waste still washing up on the beach. Cleanup efforts underway as the investigation to figure out where all this stuff is coming from.
Booze, bars, and bans. Dagsboro looking at new regulations that would restrict when restaurants and bars are allowed to sell alcohol.
The last chance to weigh in before Georgetown makes a decision on a new building for police. The community gets to voice their opinion.
This is CoastTv News at 6.
More medical waste washing ashore with no clue as to where it's coming from. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with nearly every town along our coastline reporting things like syringes, feminine hygiene products, and other waste washing up on the sand.
As you can see on your screen now is a map of all of the areas that saw that medical waste. We're talking as far north as Lewis and as far south as Assateague. Several Delaware beaches were closed today for swimming while crews continue to clean up the waste. Authorities are warning not to go in the water, and if you're on the sand, wear shoes. Coast TV anchor Christina DeRobertis is live in Dewey Beach. Christina, swimming not allowed there until further notice.
Yes, and Maddie, here in Dewey Beach, just about 2 hours ago, town officials tell us they found more syringes along the shoreline. We also spoke with one man who was using a metal detector today. He said he found syringes himself. Now, the Dewey Beach town manager originally said that they would check back after high tide and try and see if there was any option of having, allowing people to swim tomorrow. But after this latest discovery of more syringes, they said the beach will stay closed. No swimming will be allowed through tomorrow. We didn't find too much medical waste on the beach today. We found some empty pill bottles and some just plastic containers. Everyone being urged to wear shoes in the sand and not go in the water. And even people we spoke with today who didn't see anything said they're still really concerned about this and confused.
It's about public health. It's about safety. What if someone steps on that? What could happen?
I think it's a huge concern for people to go to the beach and have medical waste wash up, especially I'm traveling with my little 3-year-old granddaughter. If she were to go over and pick something like that up, that would be a huge concern.
Now, the source of the waste is still unknown, and authorities say they won't speculate where it's coming from. DENREC is investigating, and officials tell us the department is monitoring the situation very closely here. Live in Dewey Beach, I'm Christina DeRobertis, Coast TV News.
And it's not just Delaware. Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us just how much waste was found in Maryland and what authorities are trying to do to make sure that everybody stays safe.
Driving to Ocean City. That's what Robert Lubas did Sunday to spend some time at the Eastern Shore. But when he arrived, he couldn't go to the beach because hazardous debris like syringes were found on shore.
We saw that the beaches were closed due to this medical waste spill. And it's a shame because even looking out at the beach, nobody's going in the water. Very few people walking on the beach, so it's a shame.
Sunday and Monday, these medical tubes and more littered the sand. Ocean City telling anyone walking on the beach to wear shoes for protection. Assateague Island bared the brunt of medical waste, something National Park Superintendent Hugh Hawthorne has never seen before.
There's enough to where when one of the rangers goes out and starts picking things up, they can very quickly fill a 5-gallon bucket as they walk along the beach.
With Assateague putting up signs and Ocean City's lifeguards making sure no one goes in the water, safety is top of mind, as is cleanup, something Lubas hopes can get done fast.
I hope that it gets cleaned up so that people can come back and enjoy the beach. That's what they come here for.
With no word on where the medical waste came from, Hawthorne says that certain states and part of the federal government are working hard to figure out that answer. I'm Kevin Zapay in Assateague Island, Coast TV News.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what you think the biggest safety concern about medical waste washing on shore is.
Let's take a look at the updated results from the last news hour. 71% still say their biggest concern is the cause. What happened? How did this get on the shore? 18% worry about the danger, 9% to sea life, and 2% about the cleanup length of time.
If you haven't voted in this one, and it's a really important one to go vote in, go to coasttv.com or use our our Coast TV mobile app. We're going to have some of those updated results on Coast TV News at 11. The Maryland Coastal Bays Program and the Ocean Pines community will be hosting their annual marine debris Plunder Sunday, September 22nd. And this is not just because of the recent events. This was already on the books. This event is cleaning up marine debris from local bays, beaches, and streets. After all that debris is collected, bring that trash to the Ocean Pines White Horse Park Boat Ramp for a weigh-in.
We are taking a live look into Rehoboth Beach where, wow, you can see a little dewy out there. And unrelated to medical debris, today the nation's summer capital closed its beaches because of rough surf and maybe a little bit of precipitation out there as we tune into our first alert meteorologist, Chris Mastrobuono, who's in for Paul Williams tonight. What's going on there, Chris?
Hey there, Maddie. Yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of that precipitation, unfortunately, over the next few days. We've been graced with such dry, beautiful weather last week through the weekend. And there you see the gloomy look here in Ocean City and 72 degrees. It's been very windy, especially at the coast. We've seen winds gusting as high as 20 to 30 miles an hour. We're going to hold right around that 70-degree mark, it looks like, through the next 4 to 5 hours under mostly cloudy skies. Can't rule out a stray shower. Highs today, only 75 in Georgetown, 75 in Ocean City with the cloud cover and the persistent east wind. We're in the low 70s throughout much of Sussex County. You can see those winds gusting, as I mentioned, at the coast, generally from 25 to 35 miles an hour. They could see a few sprinkles trying to push into Lewis and Rehoboth, and you could see a few more showers into the evening and overnight. But the main batch of shower and storms potentially rolls in tomorrow night. I'll break down the latest timing on that in future cast here in just a little bit.
Thank you, Chris. If you go to Wawa and use a credit card, many of us do, heads up, Delaware State Police are investigating 3 reports of credit card skimmers at Wawa. The machines steal credit card information were found in Rehoboth Beach, Lewis, and Millsboro, as well as Dover and Camden. Those were previously reported. Police are still investigating who put the skimmers there and if anyone was hacked. For more information and tips on how to prevent being a fraud victim, head to CoastTv.com.
Students are starting to gather in Worcester County at this hour for a tribute honoring a 16-year-old who's fighting for his life. Tyler Walsh is a student at Stephen Decatur High School. He was hit by a motorcycle while crossing Philadelphia Avenue in a marked crosswalk in Ocean City on Friday night. Walsh's family went to the scene of the accident earlier today, hanging teddy bears with orange ribbons. Orange is Tyler's favorite color. His friends designed and wore these shirts to school today, and they tell us there will be plenty of orange seen around the school tonight.
There's JV and varsity soccer and volleyball for both. They're dedicating both games to Tyler. We're all wearing orange. The players have orange incorporated. It's just all for him.
Walsh's friends and family say they understand that he's in stable condition, but he's got a long road to recovery. The motorcyclist who hit him is facing multiple charges, including a DUI. Nearly $600,000 will go to Eastern Shore fire departments. That's according to Maryland's senators. They say that the money will upgrade personal protective equipment. The goal is to enhance emergency response capabilities and ensure better protection. A little over $270,000 is going to the Ocean City Fire Department, which will help them buy helmets, hoods, coats, pants, boots, gloves, 14 complete sets of gear, and 115 equipment bags.
We may be seeing some new rules for when restaurants and bars can sell alcohol in Dagsboro. A drafted ordinance set to be reviewed tonight would state that establishments in Dagsboro's Highway Commercial District would only be allowed to sell alcohol between the hours of 11:30 a.m. and 11 p.m. Right now, the law says they can sell between 8 a.m. and 1 a.m. Nancy Joseph is a bartender in Dagsboro and says the town hasn't seen any issues with current laws.
The negatives here, it would cut back on our business drastically on Friday and Saturday nights. We also have a senior league that depends on us on Fridays. And as for the positives, I don't see any positives for us.
The town council meeting is happening right now. There will be a public hearing to discuss the town's thoughts on that alcohol ordinance. We're staying on this and we'll have those updates tonight at 11. And we are just getting started in our 6 p.m. hour.
Milford Schools and the library teaming up, the goal of that new partnership.
Well, we have coastal flood advisories up through tomorrow, 3 to 5 foot waves, and we are tracking some rain moving in tomorrow night through Wednesday. I'll let you know how heavy that rainfall might be and my full 7-day forecast a little bit later on in the newscast.
But first, the final meeting on a major town project. What's next for Georgetown's police and public works? When we're back in just 60 seconds.
Hey guys, listen up. My new roof is leaking and I can't get up with the company that installed it. And the warranty, it's useless. Doesn't even cover their work.
Coach, have you tried calling Hershey Exteriors? They offer a 25-year workmanship warranty that's backed by GAF.
Yeah, it's the Golden Pledge warranty that only GAF Master Elite contractors can offer.
It's the best warranty you can get.
When you need a new roof, trust Hershey Exteriors, because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's vibrant coastal vibes with Coast Life. From hidden gems to sun-kissed trends and captivating local tales. Dive deep and immerse yourself in our coastal rhythm. Catch Coast Life weekdays at 4 on CoastTv.
Get the CoastTv First Alert weather app with live satellite and radar, severe weather alerts, and extended forecast. Download the free CoastTv First Alert weather app, sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. This is CoastTv News at 6.
Here's a look at the inside of the Georgetown Police Department. Police say it's too small, it's too old for the growing town.
The Georgetown Council is looking to borrow but not exceed up to $18 million for a new police department and public works building. Council has hosted 2 of their 3 planned information sessions to answer questions about that big project.
CoastTv reporter Zakia Jennings shows us you have to act fast if you want to get your thoughts in.
A space full of nothing but trees and grass off 404. This could be the spot for a new police department and public works building in Georgetown if voters approve town plans. The town has already held 2 information sessions on its plans. Georgetown Police Chief Ralph Holmes says he's concerned about the future of this project due to the attendance at the last 2 meetings.
So the first session that we had was approximately 14 people. The second session was only 4 people.
Mayor Bill West previously told CoastTv he doesn't believe the 2 buildings will cost the full $18 million they're looking to borrow. Tyler Scott has lived in Georgetown his whole life. He's been quite vocal about his concerns with the project.
I think we need a police station. We deserve one. We've needed one for years, a very long time. My concern is, why are we trying to push it through so fast right now?
Holmes says this spot is the right one for the future of Georgetown.
We're planning for 25, 30 years down the road, and if that may end up being the center of town. It won't be the circle of town, obviously, but it'll be the center of town, potentially, with all the growth that Georgetown's been experiencing.
Home and Town Council's final information session is Tuesday at 6 p.m.
Now this is the last information session that's going to be held here at Town Hall, and it is the final information session before the council meets back up on October 14th to pick up this discussion. In Georgetown, I'm Zakia Jennings, CoastTv News.
Well, unfortunately, not the best golf day tomorrow. Maybe you could squeeze in around in the morning. We are looking at showers to arrive after about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It'll be a breezy day, but a very wet 7-day forecast is ahead. I'll break it all down after the break.
Download the CoastTv News app on your Apple or Android devices.
So here's my back to school haul. Backpack from Cali, kicks from Luz, accessories by me, and new fast internet from Extreme. Our basic internet was not going to cut it. See you in class.
Go back to school with best in fast internet and Wi-Fi from Extreme. Save on speed from 250 meg up to 1 gig, including whole home Wi-Fi with advanced online security and parental controls. Packages start at $19.99 a month for a year. Call 844-EXTREME2 for details.
Feel the rush of adventure and the thrill of incredible savings at Gateway Subaru. Save up to $2,700 on a new 2025 Subaru Outback with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. Or save up to $2,400 off a new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. And be among the first to drive the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. Stop in and reserve yours today. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
For more than a decade, Farxiga has been trusted again and again and again. Ask your doctor about Farxiga.
Foul odors, discolored water. Are you running out of hot water more quickly? These are all signs of sediment buildup in your water heater. And as the buildup becomes more severe, it can even cause a premature tank failure. Flushing the tank periodically can prevent these problems. FH Fur has you covered. Get a water heater flush for $49. That's right, a complete water heater flush for only $49. Act now and get a plumbing inspection free.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor. And the potential to take you anywhere. Get 0% financing on this 2024 Silverado when you finance with GM Financial. Or current Chevy owners can get $6,500 total value. That's 12% below MSRP. See your Delmarva Chevy dealers.
Hard workers need tough gear. Vernon Powell has the toughest and most comfortable workwear in the business. Work boots that work hard, like Timberland Pro, Carolina, and Red Wing, to Carhartt and Darn Tough socks. Only at Vernon Powell in Salisbury and Rehoboth.
It's a free-for-all at Furnitureland. Introducing Furnitureland of the Free. First, select from a wide selection of import-free options for every room. Next, you can shop worry-free with our 14-day in-home trial. Then, enjoy it immediately with our weight-free 100% in-stock guarantee. Plus, if you love it, we'll even deliver it to your home for free from our location in tax-free Del Mar, Delaware. Furnitureland. In style, in stock. In your home today.
Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
Well, unfortunately, our beautiful stretch of weather has come to an end. We've been socked into the clouds, and you can see a live look here in Rehoboth Beach, that moisture on the lens. See the rough surf, dangerous risk of rip currents, but with the weather forecast over the next few days, we're not going to be venturing to the beach at all because we're going to see temperatures right now around 71 degrees. Those winds, though, howling out of the east, anywhere between about 30 to 40 miles an hour. Highs today only 75 degrees. We were just under that average high of 80, record 91 set back in 1998. And you can see temperatures across the area right around that 70, 72 degree mark with the cloud cover and that consistent east wind that we've had for days now, and continuing to see that wave action at the coast, and that's going to continue here over the next few days. We have that coastal flood advisory in effect through tomorrow, and we also have small craft advisories up due to the fact of those high winds continuing, as well as those flood-prone areas across the bay, those low-lying areas. You can see a few showers off the coast, eventually making its way towards the Ocean City here over the next few hours. So could see a few showers. Main area of low pressure actually making landfall here in the Carolinas as post-tropical cyclone 8. The National Hurricane Center never named this system, but you could see all that rain action getting thrown into the coast. So it's basically just going to kind of hang out there in the Carolinas over the next few days, but we're going to see plenty of moisture riding off the ocean into the peninsula here over the coming days. Marginal risk of some excessive rainfall. You can see generally what we're thinking about 1.5 inches to an inch tomorrow night into Wednesday. Overnight, we're mild and damp, only falling to around 70. Tomorrow morning, though, we wake up with the cloud cover, breezy conditions as well throughout the afternoon, a bit muggy as well. And thinking about after 3, 4 o'clock, we'll begin to see those showers work into the Delmarva Peninsula from north to south fashion into tomorrow evening, into the overnight, perhaps a rumble of thunder while you're sleeping early Wednesday morning. Early Wednesday starts wet, and then we keep the shower threat in play through Wednesday afternoon with that east wind continuing, a lot of cloud cover, and we're going to continue the shower threat into Thursday as well. Rainfall totals not all that impressive. Again, generally thinking about 0.5 inch to an inch through Wednesday, and we could maybe tack on another 0.5 inch Thursday into Friday. Those winds will continue off the ocean, generally about 30 to 40 mile an hour gusts through Wednesday, and then we'll see those winds shift more out of the north come Friday. And there you see that wave action, a lot of beach erosion taking place here over the coming days with waves anywhere from 3 to 5 feet. This area of low pressure kind of meandering off the coast Thursday into Friday. Some of the models trying to scoot it out here by the weekend, but some shower activity could be thrown back towards the peninsula for the weekend. 68 degrees overnight. We're at 78 tomorrow, 75 on Wednesday. Very muggy, tropical-like day on Wednesday. We do have that first alert in place for the potential of heavy rain and wind.
Thank you, Chris. The Milford School District has teamed up with the Milford Public Library to support and strengthen their Spanish language and multilingual students. The program is to help build first and second language skills with activities in reading, speaking, and listening. This is once a month at the Milford Public Library.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Well, Mondays during the NFL season feel two ways. Your team is on top of the world or the sky is falling, but no one ever loses their job in week 2 unless you're the Carolina Panthers. Last year's first overall pick, Bryce Young, is being benched. Carolina's young quarterback has thrown 3 interceptions in his first 2 games this year and hadn't thrown a touchdown since week 16 of last year. His quarterback rating of just 8.9 out of 100 is dead last in the league. The Panthers are giving the reins to veteran Andy Dalton for the time being. The move comes just over a month out from when the Commanders host Carolina on October 20th. The Eagles play the Panthers later on this December. Speaking of Philly, home opener tonight for the Birds at the Link. The Eagles host the Atlanta Falcons at 8:15 tonight on ESPN. It marks Saquon Barkley's home debut after a 3-touchdown opening act down in Brazil. But worth noting that Philly will be without star receiver A.J. Brown due to a hamstring injury. We'll have highlights from that game coming up tomorrow morning. That's it for sports.
Soaring Over the Shore is sponsored by Morse Roofing and Siding.
Over 14 million vehicles and 43 million passengers are estimated to have traveled the Delaware Bay on the Cape May Lewis Ferry, a beloved part of both New Jersey and Delaware.
The modern-day ferry has been in service for over 50 years, starting in July 1964. While railroads and steamships brought people to the Jersey Shore and Delaware coast, the idea of connecting the 2 states by ferry began to form. There were some failed ferry attempts, and bridges and tunnels began replacing ferry crossings elsewhere, but the Cape May Lewis Ferry opened with great fanfare. While much has changed, the beautiful views have not. The terminal itself is a popular event space, with the new Rain on the Rocks edition, as well as a Dogfish Head beer garden. It's as beautiful onshore as it is aboard, with sightseeing available round trip. Ferry's website says at last official count, there were just 67 ferries of a larger scale operating in the country, 15 on the East Coast, and a handful here in the Delaware Bay.
As a fellow veteran and family-owned business, Morse Roofing and Siding loves to give back to those that have served for the freedoms of this country.
Dear Lieutenant Colonel Richard Marks, thank you for your service. In honor of your 20-plus years in the U.S. Air Force, we would like to give you, as our gift, this new CertainTeed roofing system at no cost to you.
And right now, we would like to give a free CertainTeed upgrade to any military veteran between now and December the 31st.
There's good.
There's better.
And then there's Morse.
Celebrate the season with the 4 best days of fall at Sunfest. Experience the ultimate celebration of food, drinks, arts, crafts, and entertainment along the boards from October 24th to the 27th. Embrace fall by enjoying a seaside tractor ride, chilling around a beach bonfire, navigating a corn maze, or participating in a pet and bicycle event. Shop around over 200 arts and crafts vendors. Immerse yourself in music with an incredible lineup of free musical performances. Enjoy the free family fun all day. For more information, visit ococean.com/sunfest.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Find your better night's sleep for less at Johnny Janasic. Shop now and get this Kingsdown Queen mattress, plush or firm, doorbuster price only $5.99. For a limited time only at Johnny Janasic's Mattress World.
The excellence of driving a Buick is matched by the excellence of the dealership experience when you own a Buick. Buick, exceptional by design.
Get 0.9% APR. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get $3,000 purchase allowance on this 2024 Encore GX. That's 10% below MSRP.
Are leaves and debris causing issues with your gutter? No need to risk climbing a shaky ladder ever again. We have the permanent solution. Gutter Helmet, America's #1 choice in gutter protection for over 40 years. Engineered to manage the heaviest of rainfalls, letting water flow freely. And the best part, never clean your gutters again, guaranteed. The lifetime warranty is transferable, so you can rest assured that you'll never have to replace your gutter helmet system. And right now, save 20% on your new gutters and Gutter Helmet. Call Gutter Helmet today for your free estimate.
Find your better night's sleep for less at Johnny Janasic. Shop now and get this Kingsdown Queen mattress, plush or firm, doorbuster price only $5.99. For a limited time only at Johnny Janasic's Mattress World.
You shouldn't have to choose between the kitchen update you need and the vacation you want.
With Paul Davis, you can have both.
Change the look of your entire kitchen. Get all new doors, drawers, and hardware without any major demolition, and it's done in as little as 3 days.
All for half the cost of a tear out.
And that vacation you wanted?
We'll give you that too.
Pay nothing for 12 months and get a luxury vacation for 2. Call Paul Davis for a free same-day estimate or visit the showroom.
Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Weather is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts, here to help now.
A cloudy, damp evening in Ocean City. Temperatures holding steady around 71. Could see a few isolated showers through the evening as well. Well, UV index is going to be medium there with all the cloud cover expected this week. And you can remember get your forecast at any time by calling 443-880-9100. Paul Davis 10-day shows that yellow alert for Wednesday for the threat of some heavier rain and wind.
All right, Chris, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download the Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.